guys, it's Michelle. Welcome to my channel, Grateful Creations. Well, I got this stuff. Actually, I need to put gloves on because I actually got it on my hands earlier and it's a bugger to get off. Yeah, you should be wearing your protective, your PEE, protective equipment. Oh, geez Louise. And I thought, I used it to fill a hole in my ceiling. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can use this for my art. And I don't know if this is a one-time use kind of thing, but it's this Loctite foam. Oh, geez Louise. I don't even know if I can use it now. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I think. So this is a canvas that obviously got spooged a little bit. So let me see if yeah, it's still coming out. All right, so I'm gonna make some clouds. For a textured piece. Wow. All right, that's enough. All right. And this stuff is pretty darn strong. All right, guys, so for the second part of this is like, it's already hard. Well, it's not completely hard, but it's gonna be hard. Those are some pretty darn fluffy clouds. That was my first attempt at doing it. So I have some white gesso, homemade, that I made up a long time ago. I don't know if it's still good. Oh, maybe not. Gotta give it a nice stir, but this is gonna be a textured piece anyway. So we kind of want that texture. So what I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, is it ever textured? Oh, this is actually gonna be good right the way it is. So I've got some gauze, just plain old gauze, rolled gauze, and I'm gonna soak it in here. Oh, it's gonna be really nice and textured. So I'm going to pull half of this off and see how this works. I've never done this before, ever, ever, ever. So I'm just kind of smooshing it down there. And I may as well put some gesso, whoopsie, on here. See how goopy it is? This is made with plaster of Paris, glue, white paint, and baby powder. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Woohoo! My first attempt at a truly textured piece. I really like that texture. Well, I don't know about this. Looks like a piece of pantyhose to me. Oh my God. We'll make it work. Yeah, I need more. That didn't even barely do anything. Gail Burstyn's really good at this. She does a lot of textured pieces. Her textured pieces are to die for. I'll put a link of her channel in the description. And so we want to let this dry for like a couple of days. I want some more. Just kind of play around with it until I get what I want. So I'm having, what the hell was that? I'm having cataract surgery on Monday, and because I had RK surgery years ago, I had to pay an extra $600, which is no big deal, you know. So it's like 3 days before the surgery, and they're trying to pre-register me, and I'm like, then they said, well, there's a facility fee, but we can bill you for it. I said, well, how much is that? Well, I don't know. I'm like going, well, I need to know that before I come in. Well, you can call our billing department. I said, that's not my job. You need to call the billing department. And it's like, well, I don't know how much it is. And I said, well, I need to know that. There's a thing called no surprise billing in the United States now. So please get back to me on that. And they haven't. So Monday I'm going in, and I have no idea if I'm going to actually stay. But yeah, some of my family and friends have helped out, and I'm so grateful to them for that. But oh my God, look at this. This is so freaking cool. Well, I don't think there's going to be any sand to this, so we're just going to make it all ocean. Oh my gosh, this is too much fun. It's going to take forever to dry. That's okay. Probably way too much. I'm a newbie to this, so it's kind of cool. So I'll put it, the recipe for the homemade gesso in the description. Real easy. And if you let it sit long enough like this is what you get. It's perfect for this application. I'm so happy. All right. So I'm going to let this dry for a couple of days and come back to it. Talk to you soon. Okay guys, so this is dry now. I have no idea if this is going to work. These clouds grew like crazy. They look ridiculous. So I'm going to try to carve them, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, it's just, oh my God. I didn't want them to have that kind of height. I might have to put this on. Goodness. I don't mind the shape of them. It's just the height is way too much. I mean, 3D is one thing, but that's like 7D. And I don't think this is gonna work. I don't know. I just have to carve them a little bit differently. I don't know. I would suggest well, I don't even know if I'm going to do this again. We'll see. It's just an experiment, something different to try. If when you use that filler, don't put too much on. That's my recommendation, because this is a pain in the butt. And now they look kind of, I don't know if they look like clouds or not. They might look even a little bit better because they're not so, they look like croissants before. Croissants. So, yeah, this might be a little bit better. They're not proofy, but at least they have the 3D look. So I'm going to put down some gesso on this and let that dry. And this is going to be a multi-step operation here. And Hope it turns out. If it doesn't, hey, at least I know it doesn't. This, yeah, it kind of looks better actually. Let's dig some of that out right there. Make it a little poofy, look poofy. There, yeah. So, all right, now I'm gonna get this mess all cleaned up. I'll be back in a sec. After going through all my stuff, I decided to put this Decor Americana multi-surface satin on here. It's called Cotton Ball. I looked at other options like a gel medium. I'm just going to cover the canvas along with our stuff here and use a chip brush and just get in there with all the paint. So we've got something that the paint won't really absorb into, you know what I'm saying? Or the other colors I'm going to be putting on top. So we need to seal it somewhat. This is working out pretty well. I always like to try new things, see what works, see what doesn't, and if you find a household item that you can use to increase your repertoire of techniques, why not, eh? Eh? So the gesso that I had was very old and it was very chunky. So when you first make it, it's nice and smooth. And so what you're seeing here is the old gesso, which I don't mind it being like that, especially for this. So I'm just going to get into all the nooks and crannies. 3D painting. Get the edges. Yeah, the chip brush works really well because you can get right into all the crevices. And using something cheaper like this, or like this all-purpose acrylic from Anita's, is probably better than using your expensive paints. I don't even know, are you guys in frame? Yeah, I think you are. I keep moving around. I would, you know, this would be a nice piece for like a nursery or a kid's room. We'll see how, have to see how it goes. In there. All right. So, oops. There's lots of chunks left over from carving the clouds. Never carved a cloud before. I guess if I would have put less of it on, I had no idea. Well, I know the product itself is made to expand in areas that you want to fill holes with. So I should have known better. All right, that's it for now. Let this dry and then we'll start with either staining it or we'll figure it out. I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go along. Have you noticed? Yeah, probably. All right, that's the next step. All right. I'll be back. All right, guys. So this is the 3D piece that I've been working on a little bit. And like I said, I have no idea if it's going to work. These are the colors I want to put down on here. I'm going to be brushing them on. This is a test tile I did the other day with Color Art Pigments, Primary Elements. And I did it on a big piece. Total fail twice. I mean, really bad. So on little pieces, and if you're just starting out, you want to try and stick with smaller pieces and then gradually go bigger. It got so muddy twice, and I've got a whole big container full of drips, and they're kind of a really cool lavender color, but yeah, it didn't work, and it's okay. We don't have to have everything work all the time, but we can learn from everything, and that's part of the journey. So hopefully this will not be one of the ones that is a learning piece. Hopefully it'll be a nice piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate those colors into like a sunset, and I'm going to start with, how am I going to start this? I think I'm going to start, take my brush, dip it into the water. I want to make like a wash. So this is Amsterdam ultramarine violet light. Just going to start up here, go in between all these guys. This is actually very light, so I'm going to put some darker colors. You'll see what I'll do with the clouds, which I had to cut down because they look like croissants. Croissants. It's French for croissant. So I'm creating a nice sunset sky. I've got some goobers on there, and starting with this lighter, this paler shade of violet, but I want to make it darker as it goes up. So this is kind of unusual to work in between the clouds. It's not creating it's a little difficult, but we're going to get to it. Oh, there's a lot of glue and crap on there. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of permanent violet dark. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Actually, I want to put that more in the middle. And then even a darker yet color up there. And at this point, I am going to put you on time lapse because this could take quite a while. Alright guys, so I had no expectations for this, but I'm really kind of happy. The texture is, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's kind of a 3D looking one. I like it. And I'm not sure if I'm done. I was thinking about putting some pigments in it, but I want your opinion. So please leave it in the comments. Should I say it's done, finished, that's it, that's all? Or should I add some pigments and make it glow? I kind of like it the way it is right now, but yeah, it's kind of almost hard to pick up the the amount of structure there is to this. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I put a little bit of gold on the edges there. Yeah, I'm not crying at all. It was an interesting experiment, and I might go bigger. Who knows? I really like the colors in this, though. Please be safe and create. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ciao for now. Also, this was inspired by Gail Burstyn, who does a lot of textured work. So I will link her in the description.